同样是桃园市议会张桂棉议员的秘书张俊佳张秘书，秘书好。桃园市议员陈美美议员秘书黄瑞芳黄秘书，欢迎你。为您介绍桃园区公所区长陈玉明陈区长，欢迎您来到我们季后赛现场。为各位介绍桃园警察局桃园分局分局长邱少洲邱分局长，欢迎您。为您介绍的是我们桃园市议员候选人蓝世博蓝候选人，预祝您能够高票当选。为您介绍我们的合作伙伴敏盛医疗体系执行长杨宏仁杨执行长，执行长好。以及为您介绍海硕集团总裁韩国福韩总裁，总裁好。为各位介绍亚洲飞轮桃园领航员总经理陈信安陈总经理。谢谢这么多的长官贵宾能够莅临桃园巨蛋，一起来参与今天 P.LEAGUE 季后挑战赛第一场比赛的现场。那么接着，首先要来欢迎我们桃园市大家长郑文灿郑市长来为我们上台讲几句话，欢迎市长，市长好。
欢迎大家来到季后的挑战赛。我想在桃园巨蛋看球是很好的享受。我们整修过的场地非常棒，希望大家能够来为领航员加油。那我也会在未来，如果球迷不断增加，我们也会把设施这个该有的这个市集我们希望能够引进。能够让我们整个球场更方便。那最后呢，希望季后赛我们的领航员夺冠。好，谢谢大家，
谢谢。有市长的祝福，相信领航员能够全力以赴。接着我们要来进行我们 P.LEAGUE 4月份单月最佳球员 MVP 的颁奖。那么这时候我们要来，大家都知道我们4月份的最佳球员是我们桃园领航员的施晋尧。我们现在欢迎施晋尧来到我们的场中间。那么也邀请 P.LEAGUE 执行长陈建州陈执行长来我们颁发奖杯。黑哥。好，那我们也媒体朋友来捕捉一下画面。10月份初赛3场平均得分28.7分，高居全队之冠，而且2分球的命中率接近60%，3分球的命中率更高达了50%。施晋尧荣获了我们4月份的单月 MVP， 现场球迷朋友再给我们施晋尧最热情掌声！还没有。今天颁奖的同时，刚好是我们季后赛挑战赛的第一场比赛，对不对？前面我想也应该做了很多的准备，我想晋尧应该有很多的话想要对球迷朋友，还有我们也辛苦的陪伴着一起来打拼的领航员的队友们，来是不是有一些话能够来跟队友们来讲一下？来，时间交给晋尧。
我要感谢，就是我能拿到这个奖项，就是靠队友和教练，还有球迷们给我的肯定像今天的比赛，我们会全力以赴谢谢大家。
全力以赴，晋尧的代表着所有的领航员球员跟大家保证，今天会全力以赴。还没有，因为我想要问晋尧最后一个问题是晋尧太快出来了啦，我们球团特别给我们施晋尧一个 surprise， 妈妈对不对？妈妈还有我们的小朋友一起来这边献花给我们的晋尧。原本我还想要让您透过镜头来跟家人讲几句话，我们拿着这个 MVP 来到场中间，让我们媒体记者捕捉一下画面。谢谢您，妈妈。每个人付出 为家人而战。施信尧拿下我们 MVP 之后，第一句所说的话，他希望说他在场上奋战的所有的一切都能够献给他最爱的家人，老婆没有到现场，对不对？我们对着中间那台摄影机，妈妈现在在旁边了，就可以讲给老婆，或者是顺便给我们妈妈。谢谢他们一路以来对你的支持、陪伴以及鼓励，好不好？
太突然了，每次都这样。
大声一点，亮红灯那一台。
首先就要感谢妈妈一路的陪伴，不管我在低潮的时候，我都会跟妈妈分享，或妈妈会找我聊天，让我在篮球这一条路可以走得很顺。对，希望未来的每一场都为家人而战。谢谢大家。
谢谢金瑶，也恭喜你获得4月份 MVP， 也感谢我们的施妈妈。金瑶小朋友，谢谢！相信今天金瑶在家人的陪伴之下，在我们季后挑战赛的第一场比赛，一定能够脱颖而出，展现出更优异的球技。接着，大家期待已久，我们精彩赛事要来开打之前，当然不免俗的要来安排最精彩而且最让大家最热血的开场演出，一起来欢迎 Rakuten Girls 为我们带来精彩的开场表演。桃园领航员主题歌曲《胜利领航员》。掌声送给 Rakuten Girls。有，我们听到了你们的热情。谢谢乐天女孩为我们带来这么精彩而且热血沸腾的桃园领航员胜利领航员。而紧接着马上要来为各位介绍2支球队，今天来访客队福尔摩沙台新梦想家登陆球员名单。 为各位介绍福尔摩沙台新梦想家登陆球员，球衣背号0号，那么 Leader 陈正杰。球衣背号62 ，Number 6， 杨敬敏。球衣背号10号 ，Number 10， 王柏志。球衣背号18号 ，Number 18， 杨胜燕。球衣背号20号 ，Number 20， 金德伟。球衣背号24号 ，Number 24， Randall Wacko。球衣背号30号 ，Number 30， 吴松蔚。而本场是福尔摩沙台新梦想家先发5人 ，Starting by Number 11 11号林俊吉。Number 12球衣背号12号 Jaren Young。Number 17球衣背号17号 Stephen Hicks。Number 23球衣背号23号钱肯尼。Number 26球衣背号26号李德威。为各位介绍福尔摩沙台新梦想家总教练 Head Coach Kyle Julius， 助理教练Assistant Coach 赖柏林，执行教练刘文和。介绍完福尔摩沙台新梦想家现场所有乘客 ，Let's go Pilots！
Here's your chance. Keep it simple and don't do anything stupid. But a hero's job is never simple. Don't do anything stupid.
季后赛上场专注，保持侵略性，最重要是
把握每一次的出手。
不
要害怕犯错，就先把防守做好。
先把防守做好。
我知道你也想证明自己，但季后赛的强度不是只有用拼就可以解决的，你要打得更聪明，防守得更强势一点，然后想象我们平常练球的那一些什么。
我会做好教练交代的任务。
但你不要忘记自己有好的机会也要承受。
我知道。
敌军来袭，领航员追！
亲爱的乘客们，机长陈新安欢迎各位登机。桃园领航员航空马上就要起飞喽！敬请各位乘客尽快就座，与我们一起顺利领航，飞向梦想的天空。Go！
彼此相信，相互凝聚，胜利领航，全员起飞！桃园领航员登陆球员名单，作战部队。为各位介绍球衣背号15号，桃园领航员不必phủ阅的领航员新生代巨蛋 ，Number 15， 孙世尧。扯骨夺旗的游击战高手，球衣背号18号，小福星赖国伟。Number 23， 球衣背号23号，冲锋陷阵、毫不含扣的哲学家陈进环。球衣背号29 ，Number 29， 浩气英风、精明强悍、牛逼的得分王张登义。And Number 50， 球衣背号50号，正港台湾人护国神 Q 昆士Davis。球衣背号63号。无所畏惧的后场指挥官，后卫彭俊彦。 过人，勇敢善战跳跳人爸爸林耀宗。And number 12，这一背后12号前锋，台湾女婿疯狂射手 Jordan Chapman。Number 30，这一背后30号，吹白挡箭，重型轰炸机中锋碰碰陈冠全。现场球迷朋友，最热情欢呼声，这一背后28号，无所畏惧的国产巡弋飞弹，台湾阿瑶施继尧。回归介绍，总介绍全背号25号，英勇不屈的蓝校终结者吕正。回归介绍，桃园领航员总经理陈信安，执行教练杨怡峰，助理教练黄启峰，以及体能教练穆建宏，双方球员相互握手致意。我们也请两队的球员在场中间来进行合影留念，谢谢。特别邀请桃园市长以及我们现场的所有的贵宾一起到我们场中间，还有我们的桃园市议会议员来到现场的贵宾，请先在我们场中间进行合影，之后再来进行练球，谢谢。同样也邀请所有的贵宾，包括民生医疗体系执行长，请我们领航员总经理陈新安陈总经理，请到我们场中间一并，请先看我们正中间的媒体记者先生，谢谢。谢谢。那现在我们看一下我们的右手边，让我们的媒体记者女士先生来捕捉画面。好了，我们的左手边呢，媒体女士先生。
Maverick, the Top Gun sequel. Interesting. Welcome to the broadcast. We are inside the arena here in Taoyuan, where the Formosa Taishin Dreamers will be taking on the Taoyuan Pilots. And maybe a little bit of a surprise, but Quincy Davis suiting up for this game. Hopefully we get to see him later. Hey everybody, my name is Brian Chen, your English play-by-play, along with James Mount on color. Hey James, good to see you again.
Nice to be here, ready for some playoff basketball.
That's where the table has ended up for the P.LEAGUE inaugural season, with the Braves on top, Pilots in the second spot, and the Dreamers in the third spot, with Lioneers missing out, having won 9 games. It was a successful season for them, but they're already looking ahead to the future. Guys already kind of on their breaks. There's our Mandarin broadcast. That's Corey on the right and Eddie on the left. 张耀宗 and 哈夏元的转播，中文转播，请球迷朋友按 YouTube 的中文转播连结即可。We'll be doing the broadcast in mostly all Mandarin. Excited to be here for the first game of the P.LEAGUE playoffs in its entirety. We'll be starting off with a best-of-5 series between the second and third seed, and the winner will go on to the finals to take on the Taipei Fubon Braves, who will also have home court advantage. Now in the pregame, Quincy Davis went through an extensive warm-ups, but right now, standing around by the bench, there on the screen, Jordan Chapman, the only import player registered for the Pilots, as it was made news yesterday that Kadeem Jack and Davon Reed have already boarded a plane flight home because their injuries have not recovered. There is our first graphic of the night. Their crucial April 3rd victory over the Dreamers secured their spot in the playoffs and this home court advantage. Shi Jingyao with 31 points, Manuel Liang's own 12 points, 19 rebounds, Jordan Chapman 34 points on 6 3-pointers, but they'll be missing about 46 points combined by the 2 import players previously. So it's going to be a big shakeup. But James, we were talking pregame, and the guys have been working on that adjustment without those 2 guys.
Yeah, it's going to be a collective effort. A lot of the local players got to really step up, make up that 40-point difference that they're going to be losing. And obviously Q, if he can come on and help give a boost, he'll be big today too.
Jordan Chapman, of course, working with the more sophisticated Taoyuan Pilots system, but as a 3-point shooter, taking advantage of that. Manuel getting one of the rare starts, but seeing a lot more in the second half with, of course, those injuries. So a lot of guys in a lot of different positions. The only guy who's really going to be seeing a lot of consistent time is actually their youngest player, rookie Quan Dayo. They call him Killer Quan. Now on the Dreamer side, they've only won 3 games in 8 tries against the Pilots, and every time it took a big performance. First, it was Anthony Tucker, 42 points here in Taoyuan. Then it was Achi with 39. That was on 228, the long weekend. And most recently, Randall Walco in Taizum with 34 points.
Wow.
Now, Achi's 39 points is actually the high mark for domestic players here in the Plus League. Just seems like the Pilots end up having some spot that they leave open.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure Tucker, when he's on the court, he draws a lot of attention. So it's key for those other guys to really step up and knock down shots when they get open looks.
It is a curious move to receive when the league made their announcements for the active roster. Anthony Tucker, the leading scorer of the league at 27 tonight, also the leading assister with more than 5 a game. Not going to be playing in the first playoff game. Has some experience previously, along with Jaren Young in the ABL for the then Formosa Dreamers, now getting Taishin as their title sponsor. We'll see how the dynamics play out. Of course, most importantly is the guy in the middle, little Achi, Lim Chunji, shooting better than 50% for parts of the season, but ending up 48% is not bad either.
Yeah, I mean, he's typically been a great a scorer for them also, but today without Tucker, he's going to have to really facilitate for them, make sure he controls the flow of the game, just really lead this team.
And there's our starting lineups for the Dreamers from left to right. That's Achi alongside with Chen Kenny, Jaren Young, and Stephen Hicks, along with Derek Lidoway, their all-time center. For the Pilots, they'll be starting from left to right. Quan Dayo, Jordan Chapman, Shi Jingyao, number 28, and Manuel, number 7, and Peng Peng, Chen Guanquan. So actually, for once in a rare occasion, the Dreamers are actually a little bit bigger than their Pilot opponents, which is a kind of a funny situation.
Yeah, I mean, they look pretty equal in size right now, so it's going to really be, about just, team chemistry, how they get off to a good start here. So we'll see what happens. Looking forward to it.
Now, there were a number of games in the regular season where Quincy Davis was coming off the bench and Peng Peng was starting, but alongside would be often Kadeem Jack, the 6'9", listed at center, but also can play the forward position. Had some lower leg discomfort that they could never get over. We're just about ready to tip off. We got the ceremonial first tip by Mayor Taoyuan. So one tie. Spoke a little bit pre-game. Looking forward to the playoffs, of course, but also telling the fans that the city of Taoyuan is looking to make upgrades to this Taoyuan arena for a better basketball playing environment for the players, of course, and for the fans coming in. Maybe something for the broadcast, too. Everything is all set. The tip controlled by the Dreamers, sporting their dark uniforms, and the Pilots in their home whites. Starting off with his own defense, Chapman and Quan Dayo up top. Jaren Fires across to Aji. Pump fake. Throws it away. With a miscommunication there. Probably weren't expecting a zone right away.
Yeah, it came out with a pretty aggressive 2-3 zone, so they have to look how to see how to break the zone, how to get patient, good looks for them.
The Dreamers take the most threes in the Plus League. Here's an also awkward situation as there's an easy pass and bucket from Manimal. Damn, Guan Dayo posting up the White Derek. But it worked for 2 points.
Yeah, he was not looking to score that. It was a design play to just get a back screen and a slip.
Now switching things around, Sijing Yao wearing blue sneakers. Playing on the perimeter, there's a rebound. Guan Dayo picks it up. Good start for the Pilots. And lost it with the basketball, but the referees call a foul on the touch. There's the replay. How did Guan Dayo end up with a post-up? But nobody took care of Manimal. Dreamers right now on this out-of-bounds play, talking it over. They like to have a lot of team meetings. Anthony Tucker, the guy who is, maybe we can call him Mi Su Zhang, the Secretary General.
Yeah.
This time Stephen Hicks and Kenny Chen working on it. Bounced out of bounds off of Manimal. Try to drive on Stephen Hicks.
Yeah. He's trying to be aggressive. I think they don't mind that. Try to fake the handoff. Just couldn't come up with it.
Now the Dreamers are led by Canadian head coach Carl Julius, who has always been adamant about playing small. And General Manager Jonathan Han has made that roster for a long rebound. After Aji missed, Stephen Hicks crashing the boards, can't finish. In the early going for the Pilots. Got a mismatch down low. Manimal spinning, baseline, overshot it. Now Jaren Young with a little bit of space, takes a tough shot, missing everything. Ball got away and Aji able to keep it in bounds, and this time throwing it back to a teammate, not out of bounds. Quickly come the Pilots. Jaren Young, acrobatics for the easy two.
Yeah, both teams kind of coming out a little bit excited. I'm sure first game of the playoffs. See if they can calm down and get into their sets.
Guan Dayo, the only player listed at guard for the Pilots, so Sijing Yao more or less plays the guard role. Had that one knocked away. Running out of time. There's an opening for Pomo. Got it to the hoop for Stephen Hicks. Over to father that shot. Dreamers basketball. Now the mismatch the other way for Derek. Two guys on him, have to pass it out. Try to keep up with the mismatch. Derek spinning around Guan Dayo, floats it up off the backboard and in.
That was good patience by Derek. Just saw the mismatch. Didn't give up on the first post, reposted, and got an easy bucket.
Now a warning for a delay of the game. Jordan Chapman fires the pull-up too strong. The first 2 points to the Pilots, the next 4 to the Dreamers with a chance to extend on their lead. Derek showed off his three-point shot, but choosing to pass it now. Jaren Young with a nice spin move and lays it in with the left hand.
Nice move, yeah.
Averaging 20.1 points a game is Jaren Young.
Yeah, and they started off in that zone, I think, just for one play, and they've actually picked up in man since then. And I think if only one person is guarding Jaren, I think he should have a field day today, especially with no shot blocking, especially when Q's not in the game.
Holding call right out of the out of bounds. That's Kenny Chen. His first personal, second team foul. He's swinging around. Manimal with a little space will give it up to Pom Pom. Lucky bounce gets it in, or I should say friendly bounce. Open shot. Been asked a number of times, and we were expecting a Pong Derek matchup. Off the switch, finding someone open. Stephen Hicks from the top, short. Fight for the rebound, Pierce, and Ayao comes away with it.
Yeah, good hustle. Both players getting on the floor.
Chapman, the killer. Almost lost it. Not a lot of space. Pong. Nope, traveling first. Good defense by the Dreamers. Jaren Young took a hit. The inside game by Mano and Pong probably more familiar. Playing at a different level in the Plus League, not getting their chance to play together that much. Aji driving baseline to Jaren Young, left corner, too strong. Pilots, a little bit too passive on the rebound, almost lost it. Early rim run, too strong. I guess Ayao wasn't known for the accidental half-court made shots. Foul on the drive, Jaren Young will have free throws coming up.
Yeah, just a few sloppy turnovers from the Pilots to start this game off. They got to really calm down and try to get some good open shots, avoid the turnovers.
First personal foul for Sijingyao, number 28. There's a quick ceremony in the pregame for receiving Player of the Month in the month of April. First free throw for Jaren Young goes down. Of that MVP month includes the final 3 games where he scored 86 points in 3 contests. Sijingyao stepping up big for his team. None more important, of course, is that Saturday win against the Dreamers. So big that it clinched their playoff spot and put the Lions out of contention. Also, with the win over the Dreamers, was their record of 5-3 securing this home court. And might remember the Pilots played in front of an empty arena behind closed doors. Wandayo through the middle and poked away by Manimal.
Yeah, he's had a few looks under the basket, just really hasn't collected himself, made a finish.
Stephen Hicks leaves it short. The Dreamers get it back. Backdoor to Kenny with a nice reverse off the lock-on.
Nice backdoor cut and a great finish.
Coaches sticking with their starters so far in this one. Poked by Young. Can't come away with it. Got another hand on it. Now Manuel down low. Blocked from behind by Derek. Way to stick with the play. Now Aji. Blocked by Jordan Chapman. Nice and easy. It's a smart out of bounds.
Smart play. Just knocked it out.
Stephen Hicks. Maybe not the first overall pick in your next local dodgeball game. As we'll go to a break. Plus League playoffs are underway. Thanks for watching us. We'll be back after a break.
来海的动作，想要上镜头的准备挥挥手，看能不能得到摄影大哥的青睐喽！来喽 ，Rakuten Go， 先来做示范。对，就是要有做飞行的动作。我要飞 Fly Can， 来喽来喽，挥挥，你没有飞 ，Fly High， 非常好。你要带着他一起飞吗？不要。继续 Fly High。这是全场一起飞。
Welcome to the broadcast. It's the first playoff game in the Plus League playoff series between the Pilots and the Dreamers. For those of you watching on YouTube, you know the drill. Leave a like and help the broadcast get spread to a larger audience. So far in the early going, the Dreamers have jumped out to a 10-4 lead. Coming out of the timeout, they're sticking with their starters, and so are the Pilots. Seems like, just like we would expect with any basketball competition, the teams are going with shorter rotation.
Yeah, and I mean, the start of the game, defense has been pretty aggressive. I think for Manimo, he just really got to slow down a little bit, make sure he goes up strong and finishes those under the baskets for him.
Starting with the ball after the break. Jordan Chen on fire. Leave it short. Now get the basketball back, but took a hard fall. Now Guan Dayo to the hoop. Hang on, but too many tall bodies down there. Manimo, layup, no good. Said he needs to slow it down.
Yeah, he's had a few easy ones he should have made. I'm sure he would want those back.
There's a foul underneath by the Pilots. That's Guan Dayo. His Killer Quan nickname came from the import players Kadeem Jack and Dave Henry for how tough of a player he is. That time getting behind Stephen Hicks.
Yeah, he's a great on-the-ball defender, really tough point guard, just getting better and better each year.
So at the line for the Dreamers, Stephen Hicks, their most recent addition. Came into the season a little bit later, knocks down the first free throw. On the season, he is a 81% free throw shooter. Already with 2 boards in this one. And now make that 2 points. There's the first change. That's Angry Birds number 83. Home Yet. Had that one stolen away. Stephen Hicks, he goes to the hoop and finishes with a flush.
And had some really careless turnovers to start this game. And they want to be careful not to get too far behind in this early game.
Really good when your guard gets stripped by one of the forwards on the other team. A little bit too handsy. Amigo in for the first time to miss the foul. First personal for Amigo is the 13th foul. Linton, rookie center for the Pilots. He also made his way onto the floor. Angry Bird with a tough turnaround. Dreamers secure it. Amigo open in the corner. Kenny down low. Nothing yet. Jaron Young spinning. Back pass to Derek. He'll shoot the 3. All net.
Yeah, they just had great ball rotation, you know. Went to the corner, went inside and out a few times. Ended up with a wide open 3.
Now this is probably true, would you say, of all basketball teams who want to play at their fast pace, but what that really means is good defense with good pace on the other way.
Yeah, I think pace is big, and just like the Dreamers right now, getting out in transition, getting easy buckets.
We saw close by, Jaron Young took a hit. No foul call, and it was a layup the other way for Stephen Hicks. There'll be a timeout by the Pilots. Get another look at that one. Derek leads the way. Previously, almost 10 years with a different basketball org. His first time now with the Dreamers has played big for them.
Yeah, he's really improved a lot. Not only his three-point shot, just his physique in general. He's really slimmed down. You see him a lot quicker on his feet. Just build up a lot more confidence for him.
And there's that video of him working out in the offseason of all the different offensive moves close to the basket. So it's not a lost art, is it now, James?
Yeah, I mean he's the new big man of basketball right now. He can shoot the 3, but you know, he can still go inside and also on defense, you know, he can protect the rim.
Looking up his three-point shooting stats, it's 28.6 on the season. It was higher at some point. Made 4 threes in one game. I believe that was against the Shinzu Jeko Lioneers before Hashim Thabit came out to start defending those in the later part of the season.
Yeah. He just looks a lot more fit. I mean, when I used to play against him at Yulong, he was really, you know, he was not as fit. I don't want to say he was overweight, but you know, right now you can see a lot more just lean muscle on him. So I'm sure that's attributed to his good play.
Here comes Quincy Davis, number 50. for the Taoyuan Pilots, missed the last third of the season, and that's exactly 1/3. He played the first 16 games and missed the next 8. His back and hips acting up. Try to go backdoor, can't connect with Jordan Chapman, so his first stat will be a turnover. Trying to switch over and help on Derek. Finds with an easy bucket for Stephen Hicks down low. Darren Young and Stephen Hicks, it's even hard for the Pilots to get the ball up court.
Yeah, they're just pressuring up from the half court and not letting him really get into any type of set or any type of good motion.
Down low to Lingta and leaves it short with a lefty. He certainly looked a lot more impressive than his teammate Sun Siyao. Stephen Hicks short with that 3. To the corner, Zhang Gengyu. Jackie will shoot the mid-range, also short. A couple Pilots in there poke it out of bounds. So you want to know the importance of Quincy Davis? With him, the Pilots were 9-7. Without him, for the rest of the way, they're only 1-7. That huge drop-off also happens in the communication, defensively and offensively.
Yeah, I mean, it's no, I mean, everyone knows that he's big for this team. Really not just offense, but just being able to lead this team defensively, offensively. So we'll see how he can really come out this game.
Pilots looking for number 5 and 6 points on the game. Can't get it. Nice block by Derek, who doesn't average a lot, just about 1 per game. Darren Young will shoot the 3. Leaves it short. Out guarded by Jaren Young.
And I think Q, you know, really gonna see how his conditioning is. Not playing for so long, how many minutes you can really go today, and what type of production he can help.
Loose ball, a lot of bodies on the floor. Players cannot call their own timeout, so it'll be a jump ball. Good effort by everybody.
Yeah, good hustle from both sides.
Kenny Chen will take a rest and make way to the 6th man of the year, Randall Walko, number 24. Not before checking out the block shot on this end by Derek. You know, part of his good physique is also playing much better defensively.
Yeah, slider on his feet, quicker jumps.
Nice second and one with Quincy Davis rolling to the hoop.
Wow. He looked really good on that. He looked like he had no injury right there, so they're gonna really need that energy from him.
Pilots have a quick huddle after that play. A pin down, which is acting like 2 pick and rolls in a row. Created the opening. Randall Walko caught on the wrong side of it.
Yeah. See if that can help kind of bring some momentum, spark their defense and offense to get going.
Free throw rattles out. Quincy Davis was the 2nd most shot blocker in the Plus League. He would be 1st if not for 7'3" Hashim Tabit. More than 3 a game. Back to their zone defense. Dreamers generate a floater for Amigo Yang Jingming.
Yeah, I'm sure coaching staff is not happy about that. It's way too easy for Amigo.
Now Bandayo with another block by Lito away. Look at the words that exchanged afterwards. Down low to Davis, poked away. Can't get a clean look, so he'll get it out to Chapman, who drains his first 3. Jaren Young will slow things down. Pilots back in their zone look. Dreamers don't see a zone hardly because of their 3-point shooting. Getting one now. This shot and a couple guys to go down. Good enough to get back on offense. Amigo and caught in the cookie jar. Jordan Chapman ended the season a 40% 3-point shooter. fitting in nicely with the pilot system, with all the movement they have on close to the baseline on the mid post.
Yeah, and they like to shoot a lot of threes, so he fits right in. His shot is really, really silky smooth.
Pilots, big deficit early going. Chapman at the line now. The Dreamers, 5 fouls, putting the Pilots in the bonus for the rest of 1 minute and 11 seconds. 3's the magic number. First free throw goes down. Second one, good as well. So Aji, Jaron Young, Amigo, Randall Walko, and Derek lead the way for the Dreamers. Trying to get a 2-for-1 Amigo with a shot and bucket. That's what the Pilots don't want to see, is the Dreamers heating up from outside, taking more than 200 attempts more than the second best team. Would be the Pilots. Chipped at the basket, no good. Linton still fighting, can't get it. Amigo had that one poked away. Davis will just find his way to the hoop. Bad sequence there for the Pilots. They had some chances. Numbers for the Dreamers. Walko goes to the hoop and gets it to go. Foul by Linton.
Yeah, Lingzhen, a few of those, you know, he tried to tip it in, but, you know, as a big man, you want to just come up with it first and just go up strong and see if you can finish over the top.
Nice drive by Randall Walko. Had one of the best dunks of the year over Jackie Zhangani.
Oh,
but
yeah, that was...
running into the center, different story. Yeah. They'll shoot free throws, though.
Still strong finish, completed three-point play.
One last possession for the Pilots. In the regular season, 11 points was the low mark for single quarter scoring. Ayao calling for Pom will shoot the righty floater. Davis can't get the tip in. The rough going for the veteran. A year and a half out from the last time playing organized basketball. Let's see how he and the Pilots get themselves reorganized. Down big. They're only going to the first plus league playoff games. End of the first quarter, won't be going to break.
好，在第一节休息时间，要再一次最后提醒球迷朋友，如果您进场的票根没有投入摸彩箱的，没有投入抽奖箱的，请您利用这个机会赶快把它投入，不然待会中场时间你只有看别人得奖的机会哦。
COVID-19 cases are on the rise again. Be sure to stay smart and take precautions. Contact your local medical professionals for information on vaccination. 29-11 was the end of the first quarter score. Dreamers coming into Taoyuan where they only have one win on the season. But in the playoffs, it's a brand new game. Achi leaves his floater short. Quincy Davis with the rebound. Guandayo playing the entirety of the first quarter, along with Sijin Yao. There's a missed shot. Stephen Hicks the other way with the fancy footwork. Can't leave it in. Jaren Young with a wild shot off the rebound. Ball thrown out of the bounds. Guandayo right in front of me. A little bit of a miscommunication there. We said it all season, appreciative of these long runways on the side of the hardwood here in Taoyuan Arena. Migo will get things started, crossing the timeline. We got a cross steering going. And now a 3-second call. I think Quincy Davis went over to praise the referee. But I guess the way he has, as fast as he charged, I wasn't sure.
A little sarcastic praise, I'm sure.
Chen Qinghuan, Ahuan will enter the game, number 23 for the Pilots, replacing Sijin Yao, Yao. There's a bad pass, and it'll be a fast break opportunity for Achi, going to the hoop and beating everybody. Miscommunication between Davis and Guandayo.
Just really careless turnovers from them right now. You can't get into your sets if you don't make good passes, good solid passes. Down 20 right now. They got to really pick it up if they want to stay in this game.
Wouldn't you think you would want to pass it nice and high to a big guy like Davis?
Yeah, when usually for big men, we like to throw it up high to them. It's hard for them to really bend down that low, especially if you throw it at their feet. So.
Now Pomo will shoot the mid-range and rattle it in. Still with a slow pace against this zone. Walko screens. So Migo shooting and hits.
Yeah, that's a luxury to have Amigo coming off the bench and just coming on and hitting threes for you.
High defense by Walko. Now Jaren Young. Holding foul. Walko onto the center. Pong Pong. It's pretty gas so far. That'll be an opportunity to get Manimal in the game for Quincy Davis. Off the baseline. Two rookies guarding each other. Guandayo to Achi. Tripping foul and one.
Great finish. Great move, aggressive move, and good finish.
Jaren Young stepped in front of it. Guandayo with a nice sidestep.
Yeah, avoided the charge, potential charge.
Before the season started, we didn't think much of Guandayo's chances at Rookie of the Year, but about a third of the way in, he was playing every minute of the fourth quarter for the Pilots. Leaves the free throw short. Sticking with that zone defense. No look pass from Jaren Young. Ricochets off the hands and out of bounds. Would have been a beauty. Referees talk it over as Jaren Young's adamant. Went off of a Pilot. Somebody should tell him that he can't call for video replay reviews. That's up to the coaches.
If he thought it was a foul or just out of bounds on them.
Something we've seen consistently is the Dreamers ball pressuring the ball handlers in the front court against the Pilots. Backdoor to Ahuan, who just puts it up. Unlucky with the bounce. There goes Jaron Young. Crashing his way to a shot. Can't get it, but foul. Pong helping him up. His first foul of the game. First team foul for the Pilots. In the early goings, when the Pilots defeated the Dreamers 4 straight games, the athleticism of Davon Reed and Kadeem Jack, the Dreamers couldn't handle, but now in this matchup so far, Jaron Young is the energy bunny that the Pilots need to keep up with.
Yeah, you can tell just on all of his drives, his aggressive attacks. It's going to be hard for the Pilots to guard him one-on-one, so I think that's why they're trying to go into a zone, but in the transition, he can still get some early offense for them.
1 for 2 from the line brings their point total up to 35. Screen for Guan Dayo. Gets it down low to Manimal. He thought he got hit, no call. Pressuring the basketball, but now Dreamers with numbers. Walco doesn't even look at the basket. Still set up as Aji from the left wing, his favorite spot. Stephen Hicks flying in for the rebound. I think not only is it difficult out of the zone defense, the players that the Pilots do have aren't great rebounders. Stephen Hicks will try from the top, too strong. Amigo with another rebound. Randy Walco will try from the right corner, and it's down.
Yeah, 2 offensive rebounds. Usually that third one, you give a team 3 chances, it's tough to stop.
In the early going, the Dreamers have 6 rebounds on the offensive end. Jordan Chapman. Good move, even better block by Jaron Young over with the help. Less than 7 seconds on the shot clock as the teams make some substitutions. Ayal will come in for Chapman. And Kenny will come in for Amigo. Down screen on the bottom, and Aquan splashes that one.
Yeah, well executed baseline play, down screen for him to get an open 3.
Stephen Hicks to Aji. Got caught in the air for traveling. It's happened a few times this season. Young spark plug. Plays at a rapid pace. Sometimes that'll happen. Still with a big deficit. Backdoor. Ayel with a tough finish. Can't get it to go, and there's a foul in the front court.
Yeah, they've really had a little bit of a trouble finishing around the basket, not just Ayel. Manimal had multiple times looking for the foul, but you really in this playoff atmosphere, you just need to go strong. Don't look for the ref to bail you out. Make sure you finish those plays.
Thrown wildly out of bounds. Gotta put more talcum powder. Stephen Hicks. Now, when the Plus League was first started, all the teams was assumed would get bigs. As Guandayo to the basket. Looked like he might have got blocked twice by Stephen Hicks. Aji with a chance to run. Walko from the left side this time. Too strong. Rebound for the Pilots, but out of bounds.
Another turnover.
Guandayo and Sijingyao passed between the two. Nobody ended up with it. I was saying the Dreamers, a lot of questions around why they didn't get a center for their import player. We're kind of seeing it now against this Pilots team. The mobility is playing in their favor.
Yeah, I mean their help on defense is really fast. They can recover. They can both get up and still block some shots. So unless you're playing against like Tabi, where you have a pretty big size difference, against the locals, they still have a pretty big advantage.
There's a missed shot, and here come the Pilots. With their system game, and the foul too aggressive by Achi, though. He wouldn't, well, I guess he raised his hand, but not in agreement with that call.
And, you know, you've seen multiple times when Jaren or Hicks has come over from the weak side and get a block. You know, for any of these players, when they're going up against, you know, even guys like at their height that can block shots, you really want to get your body into them so that you can protect them, protect your shot from being blocked. A lot of them, they're trying to go over the top or just kind of avoid that body contact. And for these guys with that athleticism, it's easy for them to block that shot.
Animal working on Jaren Young. Not an easy matchup for anyone. Quincy Davis will shoot from the top. Rolls that one out. Jackie Zhangger made his way onto the floor for Killer Guan Dayo. Of a misalignment. Jackie's in the middle of the zone instead of Davis, but I guess it works out. Air ball by the Dreamers. Ayao. Test by Jaren Young, and there's a little bit of extracurriculars after the shot. Jinghwan will get called for that one. His first personal, but I think the Dreamers probably want a few more on him. Ahwan, a veteran player, will, shall we say, get his shots in, and not the vaccine kind.
Yeah, I mean, he's got experience. He can definitely help this team out to see if he can kind of calm them down, make sure they get good shots, cut down their turnovers.
A little bit inside and out. Turnover by Randall Walko. Quincy Davis leading the break. Going to spin move, but there's a lot of resistance. He can't get the first to go, and can't come away with a rebound either. Aji with the cross-court pass. Dreamers getting a little jumpy. Stephen Hicks can't hit Randall Walko. Good fight for the rebound. Down low, Derek with the Steve Nash. Not a lot happening for the Dreamers. They'll take a shot, beating the shot clock, and Stephen Hicks drains it.
Yeah, those are tough when you play good defense all the way down to the last second. They hit a big shot.
Back to Manimal. He'll go straight away with power and can't get the layup, but was fouled.
Yeah, there's a lid on the rim for him, I'm sure. I'm sure he'll go check that round. He'll look forward to switching baskets next half.
Getting another look at Stephen Hicks working his late shot clock magic. But on the other end, Manimal, I thought he should have spun baseline, but actually Stephen Hicks got bumped out of the way. Turned into an opening, fouled by Derek. Dreamers, this time 5 fouls with 4 minutes and 36 seconds left in the quarter. 2 missed free throws, but the offensive board can't be secured. Talk about a rough go. Manimal, plenty of opportunities. Spin move by Walko over the top of Davis.
Yeah, they're just getting anything they want. That was a 1-on-3 transition bucket for him.
Manimal with the power and the simple finish. Stephen Hicks, a little bit less resistant that time. Turnover. Kenny took the brunt of it. Slow to get back. Try to go through the top and got hit on the elbow. Sijin Yao. Here we go. Randall Walko beating out veteran Taoyuan Chen for the 6th man of the year. I think it helps to have 2 30-point performances. On the other end, Manimal.
Yeah, that's what he needs to do. He needs to use his strength, use his body, and just go up strong. You know, don't be afraid that these guys are gonna block shots. But like I was saying earlier, you got to put your body into them. Makes it tougher for them to get up and block that shot.
3 blocks already for Derek lead the way. 1 for Jaren Young, 1 for Stephen Hicks. 5 blocks on the game already for the Dreamers. Made free throw by Si Jingyao. Like we mentioned, Derek averaged just about a block a game, but already 3 in the first half. Ayao, another made free throw. A little bit of soft pressure for the Pilots. And drain that shot clock even more. Little handoff game. Now Derek, long possession, working on Quincy Davis. Easy block there. Easiest one Quincy Davis had all season.
Yeah. And it's tough to go right one-on-one over Q and try to get a shot up over him too. He's got long arms. He didn't really even need to jump on that one.
Running out of time again. Chen Kenny through the baseline. Another block by Davis, and that'll be a shot clock violation.
Yeah, good defense, good presence. See if he can, if this can kind of build a little momentum for them. Try to cut into this lead before the end of the half.
Timeout by the Dreamers. Dreamers still with their lead. We'll be going to break before the rest of the first half continues right after this. No, we need to get this fixed because it's the same dial.
来喽，这2位朋友一起飞一下，先来挥，有，很棒！整场都听到你们的呐喊加油声，挥手一起飞 ，Fly high！ 乐天女孩 ，Fly high！
Playoffs means the Plus League is on social media and they're on overdrive. Follow on Instagram, p.league.official, and Twitter, p_league_en. Now like the Facebook page, p.league with a plus symbol, and message account to get a personalized experience with Plus League messaging. There is JB Cadwell, referee and scouting senior advisor for the NBA, on hand to take in this game. A lot of conversations, a lot of talk about how to improve the officiating in the Plus League. So maybe if getting some help from the highest league in all of the world might be a...
yeah, I'm sure that'll be a great help, and it's just great to see. You know, great to see P.LEAGUE is trying to make sure that they get everything right. You know, want to get, especially with this league, try to get everything where players can compete at the best level.
Jackie will take the pull up, leave it short. Migo losing that one in transition. Animal up to Davis. Couldn't dunk it and couldn't put it in. Here come the Dreamers. Kenny with a Euro. Off the glass, no good.
Yeah, we want to get out in transition right now.
On the other end, Jackie will leave it. Puts it Davis, and he finally gets one to go. You see the relief on his face.
Well, yeah, that's what they want to see. They want to get a stop, get out in early transition, and try to get some easy buckets.
Davis with his first points of the game as Jaron Young fouled on the play, still down. Needing a little breather. He's getting helped up by a few guys. Jaron Young is sure taking his lumps during the season, having to compete against the likes of maybe like Ihor Zaitsev, of course Hashim Thabit.
Yeah.
That time guarded by Si Jingyao. Getting a little bit extra attention on the cleanliness of the floor. When they first started playing here in Taoyuan with this brand new hardwood, players slipping is definitely a big deal.
Yeah, you can see, you know, there's some areas where it's still a little bit slick. I'm sure they've cleaned it up a little bit more, but it's a new gym, so it looks nice, but it'll take some time sometimes to break it in a little bit.
never thought about breaking in hardwood, but I guess that's the deal.
Yeah.
I mean, you break in new baseball bats. They're made out of wood. Amigo to the hoop, can't finish. Through the forest of Pilots defenders. Number 7, Manimal with a foul. There's a better look at Charles Chen. Here we call him Hayden, along with JB. Amigo knocks down the first free throw. Now the referees in the Plus League, just like in any basketball competition, have meetings pregame. And actually, what they communicated, we've actually learned that JB has been told, maybe want to take a look at offensive screens or possible hand checks. Those are kind of two things that the referees were talking about pregame, and we'll see what JB has to say afterwards.
How about you know, protecting players when they're shooting? Because you know, that's a big thing in the NBA now. Especially after seeing a lot of guys like you know, getting hurt after landing on someone's foot. You know, so they put a big emphasis on that in the NBA. You feel like that's something that they're gonna address more and more here in the league?
I think definitely toward the end of the season, we saw a few weird tripping fouls close to the interior. So it's a good point by James. Long inbound, Jaren Young saves it for being another violation. By the way, another block shot for the Dreamers. Taking pop, Stephen Hicks barely missing that one. Chapman in the game, working on Randall Walker, shooting a tough turnaround, no good.
Yeah, they didn't see if they can get him going, get him some open threes to help them get back in this game.
Way off the mark was Stephen Hicks. Ayal making his way. There's an animal, but Derek was up to the challenge. Check with the scorekeepers if that was a foul. Stephen Hicks, easy finish on the reverse. 46-24, the score with just about a minute left. Avoids contact and gets it to go. So far in the game, Chen 4 points. Now a turnover and an easy swat away by Jaren Young. That's what he's best at. There should be a, it's not in our Plus League players registration requirements, but I want to know the wingspan of Jaren Young. Might be as long as Quincy Davis.
Yeah, he looks like he got really long arms.
Keep mentioning it in the regular season. We also need to have our interns calculated pass deflected. There's an easy block, Sijin Yao. With the layup attempt. Jordan Chapman a little bit late with the challenge. He'll be called for the foul. Get another look at this one. Usually the Pilots do a good job sealing off the help defenders, but Jaren Young came from the far side.
From the far weak side to come block that shot.
3 blocks already for Jaren Young.
And you know, if you're the Pilots, you know, you see that one time, 2 times, 3 times, you got to make some adjustments. You know, if he's coming all the way from the weak side when you're driving, that means he's leaving his man to come help, and you're gonna have an open teammate on the weak side. So sometimes don't drive it so deep. Kind of go halfway and then look for your teammates that are wide open.
So far in the game, the Pilots have only taken 5 3-point attempts. They're going to look something over on the monitors. It could be time, it could be possession. Now on the season, Jaren Young's high was 3 blocks. That was the December 20th game against the Pilots. After looking at the monitor, Stephen Hicks will shoot free throws. Jordan Chapman trying to steal it away from him. Finally ready to go. They put a little bit extra time on the clock, now 30 seconds. Gets it to go. We mentioned how, unfortunately, Taoyuan had a cluster of local COVID-19 infections, and that led to 8 games being played behind closed doors. But on April 5th, they finally opened for the full capacity, and the Pilots fans came out.
Yeah, showed great support. They'll need him for the playoffs too.
Try to go with a handoff pass, but didn't connect. Turnover by the Pilots. Jaron Young, aware of the time, pull it out. Isolation, fake screen and roll. Finally, Stephen Hicks from the left corner got it off in time, but short. Thought they were running out of time there, but Stephen Hicks couldn't recreate that shot clock magic. Dreamers up 47-26 in game 1 here in Taoyuan.
大荧幕正在播放的洪嘉腾智慧电车 AI One Sport 这一台电车总共价值89800元，可以看一下广告。先来看一下广告，你可以稍微冥想一下，这一台就是我的，就是我的，就是我的。想越多次，它可能等一下就真的是您的。那这一台电车的特殊性呢？号称史上智商最高的电车，独特跑格加上它的超强智能，可以让你随时享受快感奔驰。我们来看一下，这是我们的摸彩箱，我们的手都没有任何东西哦。音乐小声一点点，我要讲一下，等一下要请黑哥，我们直接让黑哥来摸奖好了啦，好不好？黑哥，执行长，您直接抽好了。直接让执行长抽，以免说没被抽中的都怪我。所以等一下抽中的你要谢谢黑哥，没有抽中的通通怪不好，通通怪我，好不好？来，这一台 AI One Sport， 我讲一下游戏规则。等一下我们请执行长唱出您的座位号码，你要大喊"我爱领航员"，我们这边听到就要往你那边看，否则就没有了。3次机会，大声喊出"我爱领航员"，一个而已。2楼的要更大声哦，2楼的，否则我们会抽出下一位。来喽，我们来请执行长公布得奖的是。
得奖的是，恭喜车主航下席 G 区，G 区在哪里？11排4号。
我爱领航员呢？我爱领航员没有奖要弃权哦。
冲下来，赶快冲下来！
下来！
冲下来，让大家看一下你在哪里。
好，等一下。
好，等一下班长要冲下来。
冲下来，那我们要核对一下，不对要马上再重抽。谢谢。等一下跟他对一下。哇塞，你们真的好有风度哦！掌声恭喜这一位球迷朋友，幸好你身上穿的是领航员。我们等一下裁判我们核对，先核对，确认的话核对，不是的话我们要重抽，不好意思哦。这因为价值8万多块，这位北北恭喜你，89800元。我知道，对哈，恭喜北北，再次掌声，谢谢，恭喜你，北北，我要提醒你哈，等一下要顺便来签售，那 这一台机车的税金是10万块钱，那要先缴税才能够把车子骑走，没有啦，开玩笑的。好，那赶快在中场时间，北北得到了这一台机车之后，我们中场依旧有安排相当精彩的中场活动的中场表演。同样的，在上一次我们的例行赛最后一场比赛，如果有来到现场的话，可以看到他们的表演。TPG 练习生他们带来非常精彩的舞蹈演出，也博得了非常多的好评。我们今天呢，再一度的邀请他们来到我们的现场，要来为现场的球迷朋友来带来精彩的表演，一起来掌声欢迎 TPG 练习生。
Welcome to the broadcast here in Taoyuan. We get to enjoy some of the halftime performances that they prepared. Here we go. The Dreamers have jumped out to a big lead as we expected. Though the surprise for them was not having Anthony Tucker in the lineup, and it's paid dividends. Jaron Young and Stephen Hicks having really great games so far. It's a different style when Professor Tucker is not in the lineup.
Yeah, it's kind of, kind of have two big guard forwards, kind of. So they can, they're more active on defensive end for sure, and they can create their own shots as well. So I think the biggest thing is because Pilots have been playing zone, so they haven't really needed Aji to really come in and set up offenses, and they're just getting right into their zone offenses. So maybe the Pilots will look to put some pressure on them, playing some man-to-man defense, playing some full court defense, see if they can put a little bit of pressure on the point guards.
So far, the Dreamers have taken 16 threes and made 5. That's good for 31%, which is their season average. And actually, Aji 0 for 3, maybe a little bit of early jitters in this one. Now for the Pilots, they're down big, but there was a lot of baskets they left open. There's the halftime statistics for the Pilots. Big time struggles from the field, only 10 for 45. And a big part of that is the 8 blocks by the Formosa Taishin Dreamers. That you don't see on the screen. Rebounding margin also to the Dreamers, and the Dreamers also doing better passing the ball around with 12 assists to 6.
Yeah.
Checking out the top scorers, Stephen Hicks leads the group with 14, Amigo with 9, Randall Walker also with 8 points, Jaron Young with 7, Derek with 5. Now on the other side, Manimal is the top scorer with 6, Jordan Chapman 5 points, Davis with 4, so it is Pong Pong, and Ahwan Tenchinghuan with his one made 3. Talk about the interior scoring, Liao Zhou and Quincy Davis, both 2 for 8. A lot of those on the missed putbacks near the basket, where they think that'd be the strength of those 2 players in particular.
Yeah, I think that's one issue. They haven't really converted on all those easy buckets. But like you said, a lot of them they're driving in there, went in to try to contest, try to go over the bigs of the Dreamers, and they've come up with 8 blocks on them. So the other stat is they've only taken 5 threes. So I think that's a big difference from what they usually do. So they want to, you want to be aggressive in attacking, but instead of trying to finish over the top, look for your teammates, do a little bit more drive and kick.
More halftime analysis after this. Stick with us.
掌声送给 TPG 练习生。大家如果看不清楚，可以透过弹幕可以发现几位非常可爱的小女孩。那么回去也可以透过我们的脸书网站呢，来多多的关注我们 TPG 练习生。 好，那我们在 TPG 练习生的舞蹈结束之后，我们中间还有另外一个也是非常非常特殊的演出，相信球迷朋友呢，从我们第1场的比赛就已经有这个听过我们的胜利领航员，由桃园领航员特别请音乐公司来制作的歌曲。那在我们上一次呢 TPG 他们的团体来到了我们现场演出之后，也特别啊，为我们桃园领航员全新的制作另外一首歌曲。那也是呢，一位特别的来宾，就上次我们的表演嘉宾之一，他曾经参加过海外的节目。那在当日他的这个节目网络的流量总共有突破4.6亿的人来观看。特别为我们桃园领航员在季后赛全新的制作一首我们的歌曲，所以今天他亲自的来到现场，我们在刚刚的上半场还有开赛之前都没有播放过，就希望让大家在中场时间由他亲自来献唱给现场球迷朋友来聆听。那我们等一下呢，在下半场之后就能够用这一首的歌曲，希望能够带领所有的领航员的战士们在下半场打出一波的好球，一起来欢迎我们的未来之星王承炫为我们带来的领航员 P.LEAGUE。 掌声声。回开始。好的，谢谢为我们带来的全新的桃园 P.LEAGUE。谢谢陈炫。那么，哇，有粉丝直接来到现场为他加油。
Hello， 大家好，我是王晨炫，很开心。
谢谢您。那因为领航员这边呢，也要非常感谢陈勋为我们专门制作的这一首歌曲，来能够提升我们所有球员的士气，一起高飞 fly high。我们领航员经理陈信安也要来制造一个特别的礼物，他完全不知道啊，也希望你以后能够跟球团来多多合作。我们请看一下中间的媒体。
好，谢谢安哥。
谢谢，我们合影留念一下，合影留念一下。一边您拿啦，一边。这好像是加盟仪式。好，恭喜王晨炫加入了桃园领航员，背号11号。好，我们等一下下半场就有机会上场试试看。谢谢，谢谢，感谢你今天带来特别的演出，谢谢，谢谢我们信安经理。我们接着要来马上颁奖。刚刚获得我们洪家腾 AI One Sport 的这一位北北，恭喜你！第几次来我们的主场看球？说实话，第几次？第3次了哈。我们今天虽然说目前落后，对领航员有没有信心？
我太太还有。
你太太有信心，那你没有就对了，是？
她得奖。
哦，是你太太。哎，你讲说，我问你有没有信心，他说他太太还有，这句话讲起来怪怪的。恭喜您，我们执行长，我们颁发就是这一台电视刚刚的广告上面有非常非常多的这一个相关的功能，史上最聪明的一台机车，恭喜我们这一位球迷朋友。好，这一次恭喜球迷朋友，谢谢我们陈建州执行长。真的非常谢谢陈炫为我们全新制作的这一首桃园 P.LEAGUE， 前后让各位比对一下。所以说音乐这种东西真的是见仁见智。
Welcome back to the broadcast. Hope you enjoyed the halftime entertainment. Before the regular season concluded, I spoke with some of the import players of the Plus League. You can see that episode of Liamo Mangsama on our YouTube page, P.LEAGUE. That's P.LEAGUE on the YouTubes. Now, might be a little bit of a break for us, also a little break for you guys. It was an ugly first half for the Pilots, though I looked it up. James, we're a little bit better defensively in the second quarter than in the first, ending up that quarter 18-15. So maybe a step not enough, but a step in the right direction for the Pilots, doing it on the defensive end.
Yeah, let's just try to see if they can turn that defense into offense. I think they still need to get out more into transition, get some easy buckets.
Like we mentioned, the Pilots are the most accurate three-point shooting team by percentage in the Plus League during the regular season at about 32%, but only taking 5 attempts. We kind of theorized Jaren Young and Stephen Hicks, big disruptors onto that end of things.
Yeah, see if they make some adjustments from halftime.
Jordan Chapman wings his hook shot too strong. The Dreamers will take their first possession. Jaren Young to the cup to Kenny on the left side. His shot will bounce harmlessly out of bounds. Starters for the Dreamers, starters for the Pilots. Chapman. Animal and Aya working a two-man game on that side. Nothing opens up. Another poke away to Jaren Young's long arms getting in the way of that pass.
Yeah, it's not a good offensive set for them right there.
No scoring yet in the third. Derek on Pom Pom. Wood, the tough fadeaway, no good, but Manimal got caught behind Stephen Hicks. Ayao, the fancy hook pass. Now Pompo will try a three off to the right. Derek will look off a three and pass it straight out of bounds.
Yeah, a little miscommunication there. He wanted Kenny to go back door on that one.
Break for the Pilots. Chapman is sitting out, and that one's poked away. Jaren Young flies over the front row. That is a turnover on the other end. Sloppy with the basketball, both teams. Guandayo will shoot from the corner, no. Aji with a good closeout. Coaxing the foul, Jordan Chapman ends that possession. Going to the line. The acrobatics flying over the front row, but also not crashing into the second. So Derek has long arms too, but a little too aggressive there. First foul in the third quarter.
Yeah, when you're a good shooter like Jordan, you can get those. Any pump fakes that you do, people are going to probably jump, try to contest that shot.
2 for 2. On the season, Chapman has made all his free throws. 14 to 14. Can't ruin that regular season statistics. 3 for 3 on that trip. Now applying a little bit of pressure.
Yeah, coming out in kind of a half full court trap before they get back into their 2-3 zone. See if they waste some clock for the Dreamers.
Finding a little bit of room. Achi from the left side, still over from beyond the arc. Kenny bodied into a bad pass. Chapman up ahead of Manimal. Another turnover, Jaren Young getting in the way of that pass. The two Dreamers on the same side. Still another miss for Achi, struggling. The Rookie of the Year went to Oscar Gogolhau of the Lioneers. Achi in second place for his breakout performances. Chen will go to the bench for Amigo and immediately get his hands on the basketball. Almost coaxed the turnover.
Yeah, and previously that play, you know, they got a steal on one end, they had a 2-on-1, and then turned it right over. Those are the plays they really got to avoid if they want to get back into this game.
Now, sometimes teams can get a little too pass heavy in transition. Guanayo with the air ball. Quick offense. Amigo pops free. They're still patient with it and got hooked from behind. Veteran goes to the floor. Fans in the arena letting them hear it. So Guanayo was clean with the basketball. There's something else was going on though.
Might have got tripped by Ayao.
Well, maybe it's the left hand getting in there. Well, the right hand went for the steal. First foul for the Pilots in the quarter. We're under the 9-minute mark. Aji winging a pass. Now a little tic-tac-toe. Stephen Hicks on the nice finish.
Yeah, he's got great ball movement against the zone, hitting the short corners and then finding the wide open layups.
Caught from behind. Aji commits the foul on Killer Kwan. That's what happens when the center is pulled so high on the defense. That's 3 fouls for Aji. Another foul by the Dreamers on defense. Number 12, that's Darren Young. He's someone who's, we mentioned, might commit those offensive fouls on the screen. That time on defense, trying to get around somebody. Poked out of bounds by Derek. This time out of the sideline. Driving baseline, Guanayo with the tough finish around Chen Young.
Yeah, I mean, that time he used the rim to protect his shot from being blocked. So either you got to put your body into him, or you gotta use the rim to protect. Or like we were saying, drive and kick. Look for your teammates too.
Nice turnaround screen, but Amigo can't finish. Pilots bounce the basketball around. Sijing Yao. There's a foul by Jordan Chapman with Aji taking the blow in the face. That's the aggressive defense that the Dreamers preach all the time, leading to a turnover. Almost a wonder how that ended up being called a U, but the referees will go to the monitor now. The rule in FIBA is, as long as it's not a move against the basketball, there's that room to call the unsportsmanlike foul. So once again, they'll go to the monitor and check things out. 51-31 is the score. Dreamers with the lead. Now looking at the box score, James, we see Amigo, Jaren Young, Stephen Hicks, Chen Canny, and Derek. Those are guys you'd expect to get a lot of minutes, but rookies like Achi and Walco have really stand out on the team with a lot of rookies, actually.
Yeah, I mean, they've really proved themselves by, you know, just playing hard and just really producing for their team. So they've earned their coach's trust, and they earned themselves some more minutes.
So it's just kept at a common foul. So certainly it's a hard blow against Ling Zhi's noggin. Before the playoffs started, the 3 participating teams were made aware of the accumulation of special fouls. Stephen Hicks over 2 pilots with the putback. Started off as a good defensive possession, but you got to finish them off.
Yeah, you're not gonna out jump Hicks, so you really got to box him out.
Manimal will step through, and that time got blocked underneath by the rim. Amigo pass a little off the mark, so the reset. Derek from the top rattles that out. After the Pilots get it across the timeline. For Chapman, nothing opens up until Ayo from the left corner. That's his favorite side. Out of bounds off the Pilots. There was an opening, but
it was a good drive, just couldn't finish it.
That'll lead to the first timeout in the second half. Hope you're enjoying the action. We'll be back after a break.
2位小朋友要飞一下 ，fly high。挥手完之后记得要飞一下，飞一下，飞个1秒2秒，很好很好，这一位。我们没有看到哎。 2位应该马上又被剪辑到我们的美女镜头里面去。妹妹，你是在哭还是在笑？笑了哈。来喽！什么感觉？Welcome
back to the broadcast. The Pilots and their fans showing off some of the merchandise, participating on the on-screen promotions. Having a good time, though. The performance, of course, on the court, a lot to be desired. The Pilots actually debuted orange, what they call Type 1 uniforms, which have been very popular, along with a much more brighter orange theme to their jersey set. A little akin to their parent org of the Taoyuan brand. They're coming out of their timeout. Quincy Davis, we joined in the team on the floor as the Dreamers a little bit slower out of the timeout. I'm sure talking through some things. Maybe we'll see a lot more zone in this series, and if they advance against the Braves, something to consider. Out of bounds. Dreamers basketball. Jaron Young. Corner. Trying to go with power, bouncing it off of Quincy Davis's long arms. They'll try something out of the baseline. Sticking with zone. Little high-low, nice move. But Derek couldn't get the bounce. Now Quincy Davis with possession. With a little bit of room baseline. Did he get blocked by Derek? Aji back to Derek. Utilizing the space for Stephen Hicks in the corner. Bandayo with a rebound. Chapman's getting things started. A little room, floats it up with the right hand. It goes down.
Yeah, saw the mismatch. Took it, made a nice little floater. See if they can get him going a little bit more, get some threes in there, and try to cut into this lead.
Chapman, 8 points, is the high scorer for the Pilots. Stephen Hicks, the high scorer for the Dreamers, misses the 3. This time the face-up box out works for Manimal. Guandayo. Chapman from the right side, no. Again in transition, Amigo, nice pass to Derek, who blows that one. Feng Chang, the other way, Quincy Davis. With an easy two, cherry picking style.
Well, I'm sure they'll take it, but that's what they need. They need to come up with some stops and then just get these easy buckets.
Amigo going through the middle, nothing opens up yet. Aki will try from the top of the key this time, no. Darren Young in a tree of Pilots defenders. Another offensive rebound. Good shot from the top and rattles out. Seems like teams are having trouble with the basket close to us.
Yeah, they haven't hit many threes.
Fake shot into a pass. Beautiful
Nice
assist.
cut, yeah, nice cut, nice find, and a nice finish. He needs to just slow down, make sure he makes those easy layups for them.
Crowd kind of getting into it now. Stephen Hicks, no openings on that drive. A little contact, but Manimal was clean. Pilots lucky to get the rebound. Immediately there's a substitution, Randall Walco. And also a timeout though. Coach Julius want the Dreamers to get back on their cues. Looking at the replay of that one. Moving without the basketball. Worked out for Manimal that time. On the season, Manimal trying to transition to the number 3 position, but not a lot of success, but back in the 4 spot. On the season, he's a 49% two-point shooter. Gonna need a good performance out of him for this series, for the Pilots to have a chance and for a lot of other guys to step up. Meanwhile, see on the rebounds for this quarter, 12-7 by the Dreamers. The rare occasion we mentioned that they're gonna be bigger than the other team. Yeah. It's paying off on the glass.
Yeah. Especially offensively, they've had a few offensive rebounds that resulted in those second chance points for them. So if you're the Pilots, you definitely want to make sure you box out, come up with the rebounds, and get out in transition.
51 rebounds so far in this one, 14 off at the defensive end. The high water mark for the Dreamers all of the regular season in rebounding was 58. That was all the way back on January 24th against the Shinjuku Lioneers in the 92-81 win. Add that to the total of a record-setting game a different way. Also, of course, their continued accumulation of blocked shots. I'm gonna remind our audience, those are called polko here in Taiwan. Oh, when we see it, Zhijiao to Manimal. This time with a drive and dish, no good. Darren Young with space, and with a tough finish. An opportunity for a foul call and one.
Yeah, strong finish.
Zhijiao will fire the quick 3. Davis almost got it from over the top. Acrobatic finish thanks to Derek clearing out some space, and on the other side, the Pilots want to talk things over, down by 20 again. So James, I actually was looking up some stats in preparation for this game.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out why the Dreamers' assist totals lag so far behind other teams. I want to hear your thoughts first. They average about 16 assists per game. Other teams, 21 to 22 every game. What do we think of the Dreamers sharing the rock?
I mean, I wouldn't say they don't share the ball. It just, I feel like a lot of their points, especially in the regular season, came from Tucker kind of creating his own shots or coming off the pick and rolls for those three-point shots. So he's creating a lot of offense for himself. So that, you know, sometimes that results in not as many assists for teammates.
Well, my theory is actually because in FIBA now, assists are actually also counted when that pass leads to a foul and free throws. So if you make one free throw, or two free throws, of course, that actually also accounts for your assist total. Now, like you said, the dribble drive is a big thing for the Dreamers. They don't have a lot of passing and cutting unless it's a backdoor off of the three-pointer, and so they shoot the same amount of free throws as other teams, but those are because of one-on-one moves.
Yeah, interesting.
After the timeout, the teams will head back onto the floor. A rare occasion where Randall Walker will be playing alongside of Amigo. Those two guys occupying kind of the same position when they're on the floor. Pilots with a big deficit still, but not insurmountable. Jordan Chapman will fire the quick three, short. Veteran Yang Jiming flies high for that rebound. Jaren Young slicing, dicing. Lisa Randall Walker with three, and he got it. Points for the rookie. Animal looking for a teammate. Nothing opens up. And he gets bailed out by a reaching foul. Jaren Young from behind.
That's really good.
4 fouls for Jaren Young. And he'll get subbed out for Stephen Hicks. On the other side, Ling Chen coming in for Quincy Davis. Pilots hang on to it out of bounds. Eye out to the hoop. Finishing. Nope. Just missing. Derek couldn't get the block, but missed shot.
Definitely affected his shot.
Now, nice defense by Ling Chen. He gets his own block shot, but Derek is there for the putback. Pilots can't really catch a break.
Yeah. I'm curious if Q has some minutes restrictions, or maybe they feel like this game is getting a little bit out of hand and kind of want to save his body a little bit for maybe the next game.
Nice shot by Jordan Chapman, but he makes the second opportunity thanks to Manimal.
He wanted the and one on that one too. But just like that, he used his body to protect the shot from being blocked.
Derek will take the elbow jumper. Too strong. Jordan Chapman will try again. This time coaxes the foul on Derek lethal way. He's the domestic player that commits the most fouls by average. 4.27 a contest. That actually leads the entire plus league. Here's a missed free throw by Chapman. Product out of BU. After spending 2 years here in Taiwan on a missionary trip. 1 for 2 from the line. There's Chen. Chen Xinyan, Taiwan Feda, the jump man of Taiwan. Now in a different role as the general manager of the team. Now Stephen Hicks with power through a couple pilots.
Yeah, that was really easy for him. Just went straight up, used his athleticism, and easy layup for him.
Chapman will try his hand. Ahuan with the rebound, but a big block spiked by Derek.
Yeah, they're making Derek look like Matumbo in here for sure.
Now the look, he bumped into the Manimal and also Ling Chen. Backing away too. Hicks with 22 points. Derek with 5 blocks in this one. Avoided that time. Ahuan, too strong. We look back on the game film. Pilots certainly playing not as good, but also missing some of their open shots. Derek driving, kick out to Wako. Wow. Takes advantage.
He is hitting at a high level. Really made all of his shots.
Beating the third quarter buzzer. Can't get it to go. Randa Wako also making his way into double-digit scoring, 14 so far. Pilots Dreamers, back after this.
掌声送给 Rakuten Girls， 也让他带领所有球迷朋友的士气，然后顺便带给我们领航员所有战士们勇气，继续加油！这边来报告一下，有一位球迷朋友同学，您的身份证掉了，刘宇杰，这应该没有个资问题哈。刘宇杰同学，84年生的。 生日就不说了。We
head to the fourth quarter. The Pilots find themselves down 27 points. Game 2 is Sunday, April 25th, also here in Taoyuan. That one tips off at 5 p.m. Tickets still available on the iBond Network. Search Taoyuan Linghang or watch the game right here on YouTube. If you're looking for the tickets for when the team move to Changhua, you can search for Formosa Taishin Mengxiangjia. Their tickets are also on the iBond Network. Coming out of the break, Darren Young is back in the game. Amigo will take the corner three. Good rebound. Boxed out by Guan Dayo. Probably one of the sturdiest little guards in our league.
I'm surprised the Pilots haven't tried to change to a man this whole game. They're stuck in the zone. Hasn't really helped. Really hasn't helped them cut into the lead at all. See if next game they'll make some adjustments.
Try to go with a little bit of tic-tac-toe. Ricochets out of bounds. Guanayo frees himself. Fires from the right side, no good. Kenny working the pick. They lose track of Jaren Young for the easy two. Manimal was the one marking him. With a chance to get it back, Manimal choosing to pass it. Now with the interior, tricky layup with the right hand off the wrong foot.
Yeah, he's had multiple chances for these layups, so really just hasn't been able to hit him at a high percentage.
Off of the legs of a Pilot defender. Dreamers will retain possession as Jordan Chapman will check into the game. Out of bounds, Amigo. Good thing started. Fernando Walco, the second highest scorer for the Dreamers, gets the foul and the bucket. Manimal from behind.
Strong, aggressive move.
Typically, Walco with the behind the head shot. Gonna say, usually he likes to drive middle, but that time the baseline working for him there. Of course, now that you're a pro, you gotta finish the three-point play, right, James?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, we got a little bit of a tangle. We'll be on the rookie. A little extra things going on there. Sijin Yao, player who ended up on the floor. Well, the referees will go to the monitor once again. Well, because of the logistics of this, the way they set up the floor, they have to go by Kyle Julius, head coach of the Dreamers, before getting to the monitor. The Pilots have shot a lot more three-pointers in the second half, but going for 5 to 10 is not a huge improvement, and actually have not made any in the second half. Things not working out for them. Sijin Yao 0 for 4. Guan Dayo 0 for 2. So Guan Chen just took the one shot. Now it was confirmed as a common foul. Referees not elevating any of the fouls so far in this contest. A little bit extra tapping, and maybe Sijin Yao might need to hit the weight room.
I think he sold that a little bit more. I don't think it was that big of a push, but
maybe their eyes were on the blue sneakers. He's the only one sporting them. Nothing's opening up. Sijin Yao will take the tough shot.
yeah, he just really hasn't got anything going from all game. Nothing easy for him. I'm sure they game plan for him.
Another acrobatic finish by Jaron Young. You probably guessed that Sijin Yao was a big focus for the Dreamers' defensive game plan. Only with 2 points so far, both coming from the free throw line. Manayo, bad spacing, but Manimal bails him out with a mid-range. Not his game, but got it to go. He's smart with it before, but this time called for the blocking. Manimal taking the brunt of that blow from Jaron Young. A nice spin move. Maybe the wind knocked out of him. He's finally getting up. Ling Yao Tong, 193 centimeters, which is about 6'4", out of Nansan High School. So are a number of Pilots players, including Killer Guan Dayo. Jaron Young trying to finish with English around Quincy Davis. Another foul for the Pilots. Now it's actually called on Killer Kwan, his fourth foul. Jaron Young will go to the line. Soft with the first one. 4 for 5 so far in this one. 0 for 3 from beyond the arc is kind of the only blemish in his game so far. 2 for 2.
Yeah, he's done a lot of everything, so I don't think they'll mind him missing his threes today.
3 blocks, 5 steals, 5 for 6. Like James said, he's doing everything that they don't even need to show his scoring statistics.
Yeah, 16 rebounds. Yeah.
That's right. Loose with the basketball. Hope Amigo's okay. Switching out. Find Chapman in the right corner. His shot short. Keep an eye on Amigo. Make sure the floor is dry too. It's the 4th quarter, so only 1 import player is allowed on the floor per team. Now the Pilots only have Jordan Chapman, the registered import player. If fans missed it, Davon Reed and Kadeem Jacks last night flew home back to the States. Their injuries sustained during the regular season have not recovered nearly enough. There's a 3 made by Derek. Lead the way. They call him the Taiwan monster down low. Not to be confused with Beast. Lin Zijie. There's a foul on the reach. Quincy Davis had position. Stephen Hicks thought he got all ball. That'll put the veteran Quincy Davis at the line. Only 1 attempt.
And I think they'll try to use his time with Q to, try to get him going a little bit, let him get his conditioning back a little bit. He hasn't played in a while. Make sure he kind of finds his rhythm, his touch a little bit. Because they're going to try to, get out of this series. He's going to really have to produce a lot for them.
38-year-old hasn't made a free throw yet. Give him credit. He hasn't seen action in a long time. Jordan Chapman with nice pressure. The referees want to look it over again. Stephen Hicks, one of those elementary school exposing the basketball a little bit too much. Once again, going to the monitor, the IRS system. This time the referees, and actually every time this game, the referees proactively looking for that replay monitor.
So they can go to the monitor even if it's not the last few minutes of the quarter.
The referees can go to the monitor unprompted on their own accord to check out the replays. Of course, we've seen a number of times in this game for fouls that they considered elevating. So, of course, as soon as the whistle blows, the referees can on their own utilize the replay system. This time, taking a longer look at this out-of-bounds play. Also with the help of the head of officiating, Lin Jinglong. He's the one in the face mask, the pink face mask, the second one on the left. You can catch the Taipan Hao So segments. There was one in almost every week during the Plus League regular season. He speaks with our Mr. Plus, that's Chong Wei. They talk through all things officiating. And now that'll be out of bounds off of Stephen Hicks. Pilots basketball. Kyle Julius, of course, not agreeing with that one, but not putting up too much of a resistance. His team up big. Taylor Kwan working on Kenny Chen. Finds Jordan Chapman, still short. Manimal maybe had a little bit of heart attack, but got that one to go. Kenny Chen is a guy that the Dreamers also look to leadership. Another 3, no good. This time for Walco. Starting to get that look. If he shoots it, he'll make it.
Yeah. He's got his confidence sky high right now.
Oh. Davis short with the 3 too. I haven't looked into it, but I have to believe Quincy Davis, more than 30% beyond the arc has got to be a career high. This time, Smarley pokes it out of bounds.
30%, that's pretty high for him. Yeah, I would say probably is.
We need to look through the archives of the Super Basketball League site. Interesting enough, their competition has moved down to Kaohsiung, where a lot of people talk about that would be a nice place for a new Plus League team. Currently we have 4. The furthest one south is the Formosa Taishin Dreamers, who play in Zhanghua. There's a nice two-man game for the Li Dewei layup. He's got 12 points and 9 rebounds. There we go again. Guan Dayo with a post-up. Didn't go very far, so Jordan Chapman with the scoop layup. Nope. They've been close to the basket. It's been a problem all game for the Pilots. Now Jackie Zhang Gengyu on Stephen Hicks with a step. In for the first time. And then a 3 made by Hicks. In for the first time, I was saying, is Yang Seung-yin, who actually started the first weekend for the Dreamers as one of the starting guards along Anthony Tucker. Trying to hang on to this one. An Animal with a 4th shot. You can tell the fatigue by Quincy Davis, can't secure rebounds. Now, Guan Dayo with the heart of a Lion. Goes to the first miss, but Stephen Hicks sticks with it. More points for the forward out of California. Cal State Northridge, Stephen Hicks. Leading scorer in this one. Back from the break were the Rakuten girls, the cheerleaders for the Rakuten Monkeys, the baseball team in the Chinese Professional Baseball League here in Taiwan. Also coming over to the Pilots home arena to help them out. Rakuten and the Pilots have a collaboration in place. There you see Quincy Davis.
Yeah, I think that's probably it for him today. Let him get some run, get a little bit of conditioning, but this game kind of out of hand. I don't think they'll push him a little bit too much.
Other subs in for the Dreamers as well. Woo Sung-wei, number 30. We see a nice made 3. In the corner, I believe that's Jackie Zhang Gengyu. We already mentioned Yang Seung-yin, number 18. Like to sport the mint color shoes. Woo Sung-wei from his favorite left corner. Knocks down the 3. Healthy amount of cheering behind us.
Yeah.
Now Ayao can't hit. Still over from the field. Stephen Hicks tries to power through. Jordan Chapman poked it away. Not enough. Now from way downtown, no good. Chapman's a pom-pom down low. Good play for the Pilots in transition. Now from the other corner, Woo Sung-wei too strong. The Dreamers, we call them the 制服组, the uniform personnel. That's usually meaning like suits. They got to be happy with this game, getting their subs also a chance to play. Jordan Chapman airballs the post shot.
And it's good for these young players that are not getting as many minutes. Even in these, you know, in these kind of blowout games, you know, you can find your rhythm and show your coach, you know, you can provide some quality minutes for your team.
Derek had a mismatch on Ahwan, had no interest in playing defense there. Missed the foul. Now Jackie making from the corner. On the other side, Woo Sung-wei, they call him all the way from his ABL days, which just the beginning of last year.
Yeah, both of those guys are good shooters, so you know, look for them to try to get some minutes in the next game. You know, provide some shooting for both teams.
Doing out some fresh kicks. Getting the double attention. Now Tank is in the game. Wang Bo-zi, number 10. Aji will hit from the corner. Been waiting to see that one go down for a long time. 1 for 7 from 3. Derek King's in the game. That's Jing Do-wei. Out of Cal. Close to where I'm from. Now Jackie will try from the corner, and another made 3. And the Dreamers' victory here in Taoyuan, Jackie made the last bucket for the Pilots in that corner. Aji smartly gets around the defenders, can't finish.
Yeah, he's a good shooter, so curious to see if they, you know, he can earn himself some more minutes next game.
Tank with a power move and got it to go over Jackie Dangyu. Big mismatch then. Already in the celebration mood, Amigos in front of the LED.
Fan favorite among the Dreamers.
Nice pass. Now Ling Zhen is able to finish around the defense. There's Pong Pong. See these bigger centers like Pong Pong and Wang Bo-zi, actually a great passer, some of the best in our league.
Yeah.
And 1 tally to the assist. Derek through the middle, finding some space. They swing around Aji, and the chance from the left side. He's heating up. And now a turnover. Derek King getting an extra possession, and here we go. A little bit of late game excitement for the Formosa Taishin Dreamers, well on their way to a 1-0 series lead. Missed layup in transition. Zijin Yao out of gas, last one back. Slippery with a basketball. Aji, I don't know if a rainbow pass is what they want. There's a foul call to kind of calm things down. The Dreamers fans in the arena being heard. Aji looks like he'll come out of the game as well, make room for J.J. Chen. Getting some applause before he made his way to the sideline. Jordan Chapman will try to counter, rattle it out. And an unsportsmanlike foul. Pong Pong and JJ in the area. And that will be an unsportsmanlike on Angry Bird, sporting his own colorful sneakers. Fresh into the game and right away going to the line. James, if it was up to you, would you want to take unsportsmanlike, uncontested free throws, nobody around when you come into the game fresh?
Hey, I'll take what I can. If I can get on the court, like, you know, without playing for so long, and the coach gives you an opportunity, you take it.
Missing the first, but knocking down the second. J.J. Chen spent a lot of time in the States, made his way to Grandview University. Joining the Dreamers, this is his first year as a pro. Now interception by Angry Bird. Was a steals leader in previous seasons in the SBL. Now from the right side, Jackie
Yeah, I think he's telling the coach, I really need to be in the game. Give him some good shooting from outside. And he played really well during the season too, so surprised he didn't really get any minutes until the garbage time.
He had a game with 27 points to help the Pilots out. Lift that one up. Rattling out JJ. Almost sent the Dreamers into another frenzy. Hook pass, and it just is a turnover. That's kind of the risk you have with Angry Bird. Now JJ with an early layup. Scary moment underneath, but both guys look okay. So far in this one, only Yang Sun-yin and Jing Do-wei have not gone on the scoreboard. Only got about a minute left. All subs for the Dreamers. A few Pilots regulars, including starter Manimal and Jordan Chapman on the floor. Another free throw made. The Pilots find themselves down huge in this first game. Dreamers, maybe not with the game plan considering they had to face the zone, but are to come away with the game 1 victory. Angry Bird with the lay-in. Moves away again from the corner. Off iron, Jordan Chapman just taller than Derek King. There's Jackie with the fast break layup. Nice crossover, but Derek King loses his footing. Will it be? Nope, not an unintentional assist. Jordan Chapman now to the corner. Jackie, short. One possession, and that'll be it for this one. So the shorthanded Pilots finish the season on a 1-8 stretch. Now start the playoffs 0-1. 102-63 is the finals, and a lot of adjustments, if not for an almost transformation needed for the Pilots to pull out a victory in game 2, also here in Taoyuan. But James,
yeah,
the Dreamers started out fast and kept their foot on the pedals in this one.
Yeah, they really couldn't, Pilots really couldn't do anything offensively. Defensively, I think, you know, they probably look at this game, see if they can change up some of their defense, get out of the zone, maybe mix up some man in there, but offensively, they really struggled today.
Stick around, we're told that we have a player courtside. We'll be speaking to our colleagues on the Mandarin broadcast, so we'll bring you that. And Derek Lee Do-wei will be the player that Corey and Eddie speak to. He's about ready to go. 12 points, 9 rebounds was his total. Eddie on the right, Corey on the left. Being asked about the adjustments the team having an extra week off because the Pilots played in that April 10th game against the Braves. Derek saying the coach is going back to the individual work that Kyle Julius is known for. Now, asked about not going against any import centers, but Derek saying they still have Quincy Davis, named a domestic player for this Plus League season for his rest of his Plus League career. Now asked about the block shot, 6 will be a high. Derek playing it down. I just have long arms. Now from the beginning of this season, Derek made bento boxes. Taiwanese bento box is a thing, and now actually has his own bento series that he encourages the fans to go out and try out.
OK， 他哥要来一点吗？
Now joked with Corey if he wants to give it a try. Corey, the color commentator, known for having a big appetite and also enjoying the commentary in the Plus League. We'll be back with the post-game analysis. Thanks for watching us. This is the Plus League.
D2O 精彩的比赛已画下句点，领航员陈冠全在此感谢乘客们今日到场观战。篮下比输赢，君子之争总是热血沸腾。感谢所有的乘客一路陪伴，为领航员欢呼。离别时刻总是舍不得，满满的感谢在心头。直然日记未完待续，期待下次欢乐相聚。陈冠全仅代表全体领航员，盛情邀请各位，与我们共同为胜利领航全员起飞，再次写下辉煌灿烂的一页。谢谢大家，祝你平安回家。See you next time. D2O 精彩的比赛已画下句点，领航员陈冠全在此感谢乘客们今日到场观战。篮下比输赢，君子之争总是热血沸腾。感谢所有的乘客一路陪伴，为领航员欢呼。离别时刻总是舍不得，满满的感谢在心头。直然日记未完待续，期待下次欢乐相聚。陈冠全仅代表全体领航员，盛情邀请各位，与我们共同为胜利领航全员起飞，再次写下辉煌灿烂的一页。谢谢大家，祝你平安回家。See you next time.
Welcome back to the broadcast. I'm Ryan Chen, along with my partner for this game, James Mao, they call him. Yep. 102 to 63 was the final score, and there's the statistics. I looked it up, James. No team has shot below 30% in the regular season from the field. What happened here in the game one in the playoffs, Pilots with a game to forget.
Yeah, I mean, 28%, that's never gonna cut it. So they really got to make some big adjustments next game.
Now, they did make an adjustment in the second half, taking 19 threes instead of the 5 in the first half, like we suggested, but well, I don't think 0 for 19
when I was
is
saying
in the
take,
plan.
I meant to take them in rhythm and good shots. A lot of them were kind of forced, so you're not going to have a high percentage on those either.
Now, also pretty close is the turnovers, 17 for the Dreamers, 19 for the Pilots, but the quality of turnovers end up being a totally different story on the board.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of their turnovers resulted in just wide open layups or dunks for Higgs. So those are really costly for a team that's trying to get back into a game.
Now the most important question, I guess, going forward, how did Quincy Davis look in this game?
I think he looked like he hasn't played in a while. He really looked like he was struggling to get back sometimes. His strong point is to get out early in transition and seal and get some easy buckets.
Here's the preview for the next two games. Sunday, we mentioned April 25th. We'll be here in Taoyuan, and then the next one, Game 3, in Changhua on Wednesday. On behalf of James, our colleagues Eddie, Corey, everyone in the league and all the teams, thank you for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one.
送我到那个擎天宫站。